Hey guys, True Heat from Spinewise. Thought I'd give you a quick little insight before I get talking something into. This is our boardroom. This is the area. I don't think we call it a boardroom. Can you call it a boardroom, Michael? No, I don't think we'll call it. What are we going to call it? I don't know. So it's like our meeting room. I don't like the word meeting. What is it? I don't know what to call it. Anyway, this is the room where we sit down and talk and make things happen. So we've got our projector on the wall, we've got our logo up, this is our table, we sit down and we do everything. Everything from making things happen to having lunch all occurs in this room here, I guess. Yep.
It's like a brains trust table.
The brains trust table, that's a perfect example, I like that. We'll use that. It's our brains trust room, this is where we do our things. So before we get into it, I just wanted to talk a little bit more about things that are happening here with vitamin D at the moment. So most people aren't aware that the sun needs to be up at a certain angle in the sky before we can produce vitamin D. So we really need to be careful with it. In terms of most likely over the next 2 months, you're not going to be able to produce vitamin D no matter how much time you get in the sun. So if you had your vitamin D levels checked and they are low, you're going to need to supplement over the next couple of months. What are you eating, dude?
This is about dopamine conversion into adrenaline, actually.
Dopamine into adrenaline? I see you're reading autonomic nervous system stuff.
I am, mate.
Which book is that?
The big thing with vitamin D,
yeah.
critical is when you're supplementing is the form, how it gets absorbed. I find a lot of people don't realise because vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin. So
that is a great point, actually, yes. If you are taking vitamin D supplements, okay, this is really important, a good point Michael just brought up then. If you are taking vitamin D supplements, please remember there are two forms of it that are currently out now. The most common form is a vitamin D3. So that's in what's the majority of your supplements, no matter what you're taking, whether it's a liquid or a tablet, most likely it's vitamin D3. So just check that, make sure that is the case. Please be aware vitamin D3 is a fat-soluble substance, isn't it? Yep, fat.
That's
so it's fat-soluble substance. So it's A, D, E, and K, which are fat-soluble. So do not take them with water. You need to be taking them with food. Otherwise, they don't absorb. Fat and water doesn't mix very well. There is another form out though. We've just got that in now, haven't we? We've got that new form of vitamin D.
Yeah, we had it recently, didn't we?
Yeah, just recently. It's just come out. There's a new form of vitamin D just come out. And this form is actually water soluble and absorbs a lot better. Do you remember what the figure is? It's like 7 weeks, was it? 6 weeks, something like that?
Comparative time.
Comparative?
Because the vitamin D normally is it 12 to 15 weeks or something?
Yeah, it's about 3 to 4 months. At normal dose to get about 10 to 20 is what it takes.
Yeah.
Good 3-4 months. With the new stuff that we've just got in, which is water soluble, is about 5-6 weeks to get the same effect. So way better than the previous forms. So that's now we've got that now here in the office as well. If you guys are looking for vitamin D supplements, what else are you eating, dude?
I just looking into, like I said, just looking at the enzymes used to convert, that's all, and things that could affect it.
Yeah, dopamine. Hey, this is an interesting fact for you that we were talking about before, actually. It's nice to open this up, isn't it? We had our meeting earlier today where we were talking about how do we head through from here and what do we do and things like that. And one of the things, hey Rob, come join us. We're just chatting. You've got to pee. Well, you're not doing that in this room. This is our meeting brains trust room. Yeah, the toilet's that way. So one of the things that we were talking about today was if you ever get nervous and you get tired with nervousness. So a lot of people do it. Like I used to play a decent level of tennis many years ago, and one of the things, and even when I was at a high end, when I was swimming at a very, very high end back then, when I was more than half a life ago.
A young whippersnapper, I think, was that?
Younger, we'll say that. One of the things that I used to notice was that whenever I was going up to a major event, I'd just start yawning like crazy and get tired all the time. And this is actually a process of the body trying to produce adrenaline. So one of the intermediate steps of adrenaline is?
Dopamine.
Dopamine, yes. And one of the often side effects of dopamine is yawning and fatigue, which is a really interesting fact. If you are getting someone who is yawning all the time or gets tired before you need to compete or perform, dopamine is often a common cause. There's a few things you can do to try and calm that down, but we won't go into that right now. You comfortable now?
Yeah.
So Anyway, guys, so I just wanted to quickly touch in, show you our back room here. Just happened to be Michael was sitting here at the time when I was doing this with us, which has made life a bit more enjoyable than doing this by myself with you guys. So if you have any questions about vitamin D, the supplementation, how to use it, what to look for, when to get outside, these type of things, just post up down below. You don't need to make a big hoo-ha over it. Just say, when do I go out, or what's the best time of the day, or what's the best time of the year, or what's the best supplement, whatever. And happy one of us will get back to you and respond to you and tell you what the best interest is for you. Otherwise, if you don't feel that way, we know a lot of people don't want to get public about that stuff. So if you just want to keep it personal, feel free to just send us a message. We'll be happy to answer you either way. Anyway, dude, happy reading. You've got about a third of the way left to go in that book, I think. Jeez, man, I haven't opened that thing for years. That's
Don't test me on it.
I'm sure you know more than your layoff. I know you well enough. Anyway, guys, have a fantastic week, and we'll catch up with you sometime soon. Speak soon. See you guys.
Good luck.